Topic is CAG, Comptroller and Auditor General of India. It is mentioned in the Article 148 to 153. Article 148 to 153. CAG is termed as Guardian of Public Purse. Guardian of Public Purse. It is among the four bulwarks of democratic system: Supreme Court, Election Commission, UPSC, and CAG. Appointment is done by President. This is a negative feature because the appointment is not based on broad-based representation or collegium system. President means executive, or the party in power is in dominant position in appointment. Removal, this is positive side because removal is done in the same manner as judges of Supreme Court. Removal is done in the same manner as the judges of Supreme Court. It means removal is difficult. Removal is done by President in the same manner as the judges of Supreme Court. What are the provisions for the independence of CAG? First is security of tenure, because removal is difficult. Then second, CAG is not eligible for further office under Government of India or a state. But there is one loophole. There are many agencies or institutions which are not government, but government has substantial influence or dominance, like public sector banks. So there they may be appointed. For example, earlier former CAG Vinod Rai was appointed as chairman of Bank Board Bureau. Then salary and service conditions are determined by Parliament, and administrative and these salary perks cannot be changed to his disadvantage. Then administrative expenses of the office of CAG are charged on Consolidated Fund of India. Administrative expenses charged on Consolidated Fund of India. Then next is duties and functions. It audits the accounts of Government of India, the states, and UTs. It ascertains and certifies net proceed of any tax. Ascertains and certifies. Third, it advises President regarding the form in which account of center estates shall be kept. Fourth, it acts as guide, friend, philosopher of Public Account Committee PAC. Guide, friend, philosopher. Next is reports. CAG submits 3 reports to President. First, audit report on finance account. Finance account means income side, taxation, etc. Then next, second report is audit report on appropriation account. Appropriation account means expenditure side. And third is audit report on public undertakings. So audit report on first finance account, second appropriation account, third public undertakings. In these 3 reports, report on finance account and appropriation account are scrutinized by PAC, while audit report on public undertakings is scrutinized by Committee on Public Undertakings, COPU. Okay. Next is role of CAG. CAG role is it acts as agent of Parliament, and it conducts 3 types of audit. CAG act as agent of Parliament and it conducts 3 types of audit: legal audit, regulatory audit, and third, proprietary or performance audit. Legal audit, regulatory audit, proprietary audit. Legal audit. In legal audit, CAG audits that whether appropriations are legally available or not. Whether appropriations are legally available or not. And whether it is applied for the purpose intended or not. Appropriation is applied for the purpose intended or not. Appropriation legally available or not, or applied for the intended purpose or not. Second is regulatory audit. Whether the appropriation conforms in this, they see that whether the appropriation conforms to the authority that governs it. Whether the appropriation conforms to the authority that governs it. Appropriation conforms to the authority that governs it. This is regulatory audit. And third is proprietary audit or performance audit. In this, wisdom or economy is ascertained. Legal and regulatory audit are obligatory for CAG. Legal and regulatory audit. Performance or proprietary audit is discretionary. Then evaluation of CAG. It's post-mortem in nature, unlike Britain. The name CAG, comptroller and auditor general is misnomer in India, because in India it does not perform the role of comptroller like CAG performs in Britain. Comptroller means in Britain it performs the role of comptroller, it means executive. There in Britain, executive can draw money from public exchequer only with the approval of CAG. That's why it means there the CAG perform the role of comptroller, but not in India. Uh, next is CAG has limited powers regarding secret services expenditure. SSE, Secret Services Expenditure. Then third is it doesn't take into account bona fide mistakes, genuine mistakes, because it has fault finding approach rather than fact finding approach. It lacks the understanding of complexity of governance. It lacks policy expertise, because they have the benefit of rearward view, retrospective view. This causes policy paralysis, as happened during UPA rule. Positive side is they can audit any agencies substantially funded by government. So, for example, they audited Delhi distribution companies, electricity distribution companies. Then, on the direction of Supreme Court, they audited 6 telecom companies. And on the direction of central government, they audited KGD6 Basin. Further limitations are there's delay in audit report submission by PAC. Sometimes it takes even 4-5 years. Then sometimes the report of PAC is politically biased. For example, the chairman of PAC submitted a report against the executive of the government even after dissent by some members. When Mr. Murli Manohar Joshi was chairman of PAC, then it has only advisory role or recommending role. Then next, it has fault finding approach rather than fact finding approach. It does not take into account de facto mistakes or genuine mistakes. It has benefit of retrospective view. It does not know the complexity of governance, and it does not have policy expertise. Then there is bureaucratization. IAS is appointed as CAG. It was remarked that appointing IAS as CAG is like appointing judge without a law degree. It played the role of executive rather than auditor. For example, proprietary audit or performance audit questions government policy. Then new idea of estimated loss theory. Positive side is the CAG maintains high standards of autonomy and integrity. The report of CAG gets due attention in media, intelligentsia. It is debated in parliament rigorously. It is quoted, referred. So it has that respect, autonomy, and integrity. CAG activism exposed many scams like Bofors, Commonwealth, 2G, Colgate. Negative side is it leads to sometimes its report leads to policy paralysis. It is said five C's caused policy paralysis. What are five C's? CBI, CVC, CEC election, CIC information, and CAG. And another negative is CAG is an appendage of PAC. CAG report is as effective as a public account committee. But the public account committee has many limitations. Only limited number of reports are scrutinized by PAC. That was about CAG self notes. Thank you.